What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. The book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. This video is entitled Children Pretending to be Adults. I'm sitting here with my dictionary. It's always over here. There are a lot of us adults who are very childlike. And not in a good way. And what I mean by that is now because we're grown as far as years concerned, we're just big children because now we can do all the things that we couldn't do when we were children. And you see this in bad habits where, take for instance, being impulsive, right? Like a child is impulsive. Now you can be impulsive and reckless because nobody can tell you anything because you're grown now. But you're dealing with other people, and now they have to basically deal with the consequences of your childish behavior. And one of the problems with that is you can't respect the person as an adult who's impulsive. Because, just like a child goes from here to there to here to there to here to there and doesn't finish anything or isn't consistent, now they're an adult going from here to there to here to there and they're not consistent. And then people wonder why you can't deal with this person or that person is because they're a child pretending to be an adult. Because they're too impulsive to regulate themselves. And this is, you see a lot of, I'm going to say, you meet people who get mad because they have somebody who has a drill sergeant persona in their lives. But unfortunately, if a person has to be, if you have to have a person in your life that has the energy of telling you what to do to get it done because you're impulsive, that means they can't respect you as an adult. They have to talk to you like a child to get adult stuff done, just like a parent would to a child. And sometimes adults don't like that. Like, you're not going to disrespect me as a grown man or grown woman by talking to me like that. But it's like you're kind of disrespecting yourself by not actually, by having to be talked to that way to get stuff done in the first place. You got to get, you in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s needing somebody to yell at you to clean your room. You're pretending to be an adult. There are people who throw tantrums to get their way, like children. Instead of doing what you were supposed to do, because you're an adult, you can get what you want if you earn it, right? But instead of earning it, you revert to being a child, and you want somebody to do it for you. So what do? You throw a tantrum as an adult so other adults could treat you like a child and say, you know what? Just give them what they want and shut them up and get them out of here because they're aggravating. See, when you're one of those people, you're pretending to be an adult. You're a child. I'm going to cause so much trouble and drama and get so loud that people going to just have to give me my way. You pretending to be an adult if you're doing that. Children can because children can be manipulative because children don't have all the tools as an adult would to be able to take care of a situation. So you got to take care of a kid. So some children are manipulative. They'll say anything and do anything to get what they want. And you have adults out here that'll say anything and do anything to get what they want because they're manipulative. And you see that when you catch a child in a lie or crying wolf, and then they just, I'm sorry, I wanted the ice cream really bad. And you see people who are adults who basically do the same thing. They'll say anything and do anything to get what they want, and then when they get it, or when they get caught for the things that they did to get it, then sorry, you know, there are adults who pretend, there are children who are pretending to be adults because they're looking for this. They know that they have a support system to come and save them, like a child does. See, children do things knowing they can call their parents. I messed this up, but I didn't call parents. They'll fix it. And you meet adults who, who always know that they can call home, or they try to get themselves, or they can call family members, or they can call friends, or they get themselves in a relationship with the type of people who can always fix it because they're always getting into stuff that they don't want to get themselves out of. And that's a child pretending to be an adult, And people don't want to, talk about that because it's acceptable for a child to do childish things, but it's not acceptable for an adult to do childish things. But when you're an adult doing childish things, it creates a lot of animosity and resentment because, 1 minute you're grown enough to be respected like an adult, but the very next minute you're so childlike that you shouldn't be expected to conduct yourself like an adult. And it's like in the same span, and it's like, no, that's ridiculous. You have people pretending to be an adult, like children don't have a concept of money. You have adults who don't have a concept of money. They just, I just wanted to do everything, just spend it all. So what about, all the, you telling me you put your wants over your necessities? That's how you prioritize things? You wanted this stuff so bad that you just skipped the things that you needed? And that's somebody else's responsibility? That's a problem. You got children pretending to be adults when they get around there's one thing about children when they get around older kids and older adults where they don't want to take they acquiesce their own self-responsibility because older people are there. I don't have to watch myself because you're here watching me. They have adults like that. Like they have adults out here who won't really watch themselves because they have people who they consider more adult than them to watch them. And you're pretending to be an adult when you do that. Because because this is the type of person I mean when people have to always excuse your behavior. This is how they are, this is how they act, this is who it is, we got it, we know when we bring this person around, we're going to have to actually watch them. That's a child pretending to be an adult. Same thing applies to, in conversation when people who don't watch their mouth. Or people who feel like children say anything. Because they're children, they blurt out anything. But when you're an adult, you shouldn't be a child blurting out anything. You get what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't, you be an adult. I'm going to say whatever I want to say because I'm grown. But that doesn't have the same consequences when you become an adult. But I can say whatever I want and it doesn't matter. Oh, it matters. Oh, it matters because you're not a child anymore. You're not going to be viewed as a child. You're viewed as you had intentions about to everything you did. In speaking on that, they're children pretending to be adults because children think you can, that words speak louder than actions. And because you said something, it matters more, than what you did. But I just said that I just felt that way. But what did you do? But that no, wait, no, there are adults who don't want to take responsibility for their actions, but they want to tell you, you know, some words or some feelings that actually try to cover up the reality of them doing shit they had no business doing. And see, that's a problem. That's a major, major problem because now you're a child pretending to be an adult when you're out here putting yourself in a position where you, how can I say this? When you put yourself in a position where anything goes because you have childhood logic, and you can break all the rules and everybody has to clean up the mess for you, but it's wrong when the shoe's on the other foot. I'm not gonna stay on here long, so I'm gonna get out of here, yo. We out.